Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to show you a few things on my Lowrance HDS Pro units that I do. May or may not be a little bit different from other guys, but it's just things that I've discovered and set up things that I use that I feel like are super beneficial, and maybe you may not know about these, so stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm sitting here with my boat. I've got my two HDS 12 Pros. Now, you don't have to have two graphs for this to work. You don't have to have, you can do this with lives also if you still have the HDS lives. So these are just setup things that I do that are very beneficial. I want to show you exactly how I do it. So the first one is, and again, I have this on one screen. This is my down scan, side scan setup. So you'll see here, I've got it broken into three windows. I have left, right, and my down scan is in between those. And you say, well, why do you run your down scan in between your two side scans? And it's super easy for me to read. I can see what's coming on the screen on either side, and then I can see, I don't have to pan my head right to left. I can see what's coming right down the center of my screen on down scan. And the way you do that is you go into pages and you go find your build a screen right here on the right side, add, and then you just drag your panels. So you're going to drag side scan. You're going to drag, first of all, you're going to go right and drag side scan again. And then you're going to drag down scan. And it's going to put them in there like this right here. So it's going to give you options to build the screen once you drag the three that you want in there. You're going to go right here, go down, and you're going to pick the 3 window pane. Then you're going to swap side or down into the middle between the two. And then when you save this, it's going to pull up like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and hit power, adjust splits, and I'm going to adjust these in to where I want it. So I'm going to just get it a good distance. I don't need a whole lot of down on the screen because I know exactly what's coming on there, and I can always stop it and back it up. So I'm going to get these adjusted correctly to where I have my down in the middle and my side scans on the right. And then when you save this, then you'll have to go into your menu and go to more options and view. And then you're going to pick left only when the orange box is on the left. And then when you click the right one, the orange box is on the right side. Go here and you'll see I already have it selected as my view is right only. Then that will give you, in my opinion, the absolute best down scan, side scan, screen vision that helps me be able to see what I need to see on the water. You have a big left, a big right, and right down the center of your screen is your down scan. And you can change the colors of them. You can even go in and make your down scan, which I do. It's a orange. Let's see, what color palette is it? It's color palette 6. And then my side scans are color palette 9. They're blue. And I'll change these from time to time, just depending on if it's cloudy, depending on what color sunglasses I'm wearing that day. I want to adjust it to the day. And people are like, well, that's too complicated. Well, if it is, then just pick the colors you like and leave them. You don't have to get too carried away with it. But I feel like this screen setup is, in my opinion, one of the most critical things for me, as well as my active target. But we all have to find those fish in those areas right here first behind the seat. So that's one thing I want to show you. The next thing I want to show you is on this screen is how to move waypoints. This is something I figured out on my own when I was marking a trail running into an area that had a lot of timber. So you'll see right here, I've got a waypoint marked, and it's on the land. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you this for reference. So what you do is once you've got this waypoint marked, let's just say you want to move it over 10 feet, or you just want to move it to some other section because you don't need it anymore. You can come click on it like that, highlight it to where your number is highlighted, click on the number. Actually, you want to highlight it and then don't click on the number. Come over here and hit menu, and you'll see right here more options. Hit more options, make sure it's highlighted, and you'll see waypoint 68 right here on the right side of the screen. Hit that, and then hit right there, you'll see where it says move. Then you can take your cursor, and the waypoint's over here, but your cursor now has the waypoint on the center of your cursor. So you can move it. Let's just say we want to move it right here to this parking lot. Get it right where we want it, and then menu, finish moving right there. And when you hit finish moving, it's going to move that 68 waypoint right to where your cursor is. Now, is that something you're going to use every day? Probably not. But is it something that's really handy that Lowrance thought out far enough that we could actually move a waypoint if we wanted to from one spot to another without having to save another waypoint and use another waypoint number? I think that's a very, very cool little feature that it just helped me when I was making those trails. And if I'm idling through timber and I want to move it over 2 feet or 5 feet, I can simply easily do that with that feature right there. Lastly, one thing that a lot of people don't utilize, in my opinion, is, and this may go for guys that either you fish one lake a lot, but you want to have your trails, or you fish tournaments and you practice, let's just say you practice 3 days like I do. I utilize my trails and new trails and colored trails almost like every single day. And the way you do that is, let's just say I put my boat in and I'm on a new body of water and I'm about to practice for 3 days. I go in and I go here to pages, then I go to waypoints, and then I go to trails, and you'll see right there it says new trail. I'm going to click new trail, and I always start with red. I'm going to pick red, and I'm going to go right there where it says trail 002, and I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to say practice day 1. Enter. Now I have practice day 1 saved as my trail and the color saved as red. And why do I pick red? Well, the reason I do that is because if I'm practicing a 3-day event, I'm going to have red, white, and blue as my 3 practice day colors. And every morning before I start my tournament day, I'm going to go in and start a new trail and label it practice day 1, practice day 2, practice day 3. And what that does is it allows me to keep all those trails on my screen throughout the tournament. If you leave one trail on your screen for too long, it'll start deleting your trail from when you started that. So if you just say you leave it on black and you put in and you fish 1 full day, well, the next day when you start, if you ran a lot of points on that lake, that trail is going to start deleting, but it won't do it nearly as fast if you'll change the colors, because you can save different color trails for different color days, and then it won't delete those trails. Then what I'll do is at the end of a practice, I'll go in with my red, my white, and my blue, and I'll save those to my card as practice whatever tournament that is. Now, you say, well, what if I don't fish tournaments, but I fish the same lake and I want to make sure that I don't lose my trails? Well, what I would do is I would go in and I would save my trails each day. So if I go on a Thursday, I would save that date and pick a color, dark blue. There's a bunch of different colors. There's, let's see, 15 or 16 different colors to choose from. Go in and save those each day, whatever it is, March 31st or April the 1st or April the 2nd, whatever that is. Save that as that day and pick that color. And then when you're done, go in and save that to a SD card, and then you'll have that map saved, and you can go in and you can, right here, you can turn on to where it's recording. You can see it right there, and you can turn it on to where it's on the display so you can actually see it on your screen. You can actually have that trail recording, but not showing it on the display. There's so many things that you can do utilizing the trails on your Lowrance Live or Pro units. I guarantee you a lot of people don't know this and know how to utilize it. And the best thing I can tell you is take these tips that I've showed you today and go out there and start practicing and trying different options and different ways to save it and different ways to label it till you find what works best for you. These are just a few. There's so many more things that you can do on your Lowrance HDS units. I guarantee you, you try these few things and it's going to make you a better angler on the water.